The Western Conference Finals is now a best of three. Whichever team wins 2 out of the next 3 games is headed to the NBA Finals. The Blazers started the Western Conference Finals trailing 2-0 after losing each of the first 2 games in Sacramento, but we've rebounded in a big way with winning 2 at home. Last episode, we played Game 4, winning 113-99. Our defense was really strong in this game, and offensively, it was a little shaky throughout most of the game, but we outscored them by 16 in the fourth quarter. As we know, this team does not play well. Early in games throughout the playoffs, we were outscored by 12 in the first quarter, only to match that and then some in the second, and then, of course, run away with it in the fourth. Jaden Prospero and Amel Wright combined for 50. The rest of the team, though, was very underwhelming, including Joel Embiid, who did not have a very good game, only scoring 12 points. So I think we're in a pretty good spot here going into Game 5. Our team's health is improving, while the Kings' team health is getting worse. Shaedon Sharpe, Khalil Griffin, Scoot Henderson, all playing well. Darius Springer, it's been a little bit more rocky, but if we can get performances like Game 3 out of him, I think we could be in a good spot. Along with that, Kristaps Porzingis should be back soon, maybe as early as today. And once he's back, our team is going to be fully healthy, which is obviously not the case with the Kings, as they've got 4 rotation players all banged up. And of course, these guys are all still playing, but they are not at the level that they could be had they been healthy. Joel Embiid, perfect example. He got hurt in Game 3 and was very clearly not the same player in Game 4. Midnight Hopkins, we know it's affected him greatly as well. Hopkins seems to be improving. He had his best game of the series in Game 4, which doesn't really say much. He's been a complete non-factor before that. But Hopkins played more. He made some more shots. He was solid on defense. So while Joel Embiid's status seems to be going down, Hopkins seems to be improving. We get the news that Kristaps Porzingis is officially healthy from his collapsed lung that he suffered in the second round against Phoenix, and he is back. We're going to ease him back into the rotation. He's only going to play around 50% of the game, but he will return to the starting lineup. As for Enzo Shabazz and Ashton Wisham, I think both guys did a pretty good job, all things considered, and I don't really want to take them out of the playoff rotation, so both of them are going to get very limited minutes for us as backup bigs, along with Zay Logan, because I feel like each of them can provide some good things, especially on the defensive end of the floor. So let's hop into Game 5. Which team will be able to take the momentum and gain control of the Western Conference Finals? Could it be the Kings, who return home? The home team is 4-0 so far in this series. Or can it be the Blazers, who had the momentum? We've won 2 in a row. Our team is fully healthy with Kristaps Porzingis back, whereas the Kings have 3 starters and arguably their best bench player all banged up. Should be a fun one here in Game 5 as both teams look to take a 3-2 series lead and gain control for the remainder of the Western Conference Finals as Porzingis wins the tip. And we are underway. Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals between the Blazers and the Kings. Griffin, little pick and pop action. He's got Springer, sidestep back to Griffin. Shot clock's at 1, and he throws it down in time with a poster over Joel Embiid. Quite the start to the game for Khalil Griffin. Here is Prospero inside for Cone. It's tipped. Cone gets it back, throws it off the rim, misses again, and Portland's able to get the stop on the other end. Griffin, his pass is tipped for Porzingis, and despite being a foot taller than Amel Wright, he misses an easy shot inside. That was quite an ugly 20-second sequence from both offenses. Welcome back to the lineup, Kristaps Porzingis. Embiid gets it to Hopkins, fouled on the shot, gets it to fall, and 1. Flex on him, young man. Khalil Griffin called for the foul, and it's 3-2. Springer gets it over to Porzingis. Pump fake, back to Springer inside. Pump fake, and that one is good for Darius Springer, who's been on and off over the last 5 or 6 games. The Blazers have gotten some good and some bad from him as he snuffs Hopkins, beating the shot clock on the other end. Springer has an open man. It's the Zinger. Kristaps Porzingis flexing on him for the lead. 6-5 now. Here is Springer with it. Backs down on Prospero. That's a size mismatch. That's like an infinite money glitch. When the Blazers get somebody who's 5 inches taller to post up on one of these guards, it's lunchtime. 8-5. Prospero with a nice move on Scoot Henderson. Makes the floater over Porzingis We're back within 1. Overall, both offenses have come out the gate pretty slowly up to this point. Griffin, pump fake, has Hopkins flying. And the layup is good. If nothing else, it's good for the Kings' sake to see Hopkins jumping that high. But he got fooled. Springer guarded by Wright. Another size mismatch and another easy basket for Darius Springer. He's already got 6. Blazers up big early, 13-7. Who would have thought? Now it's Abaji posting up on Amel Wright. Who would have thought the most successful form of offense here is a post-up? The Kings' offense, meanwhile, now has been a train wreck. Whoop! Nice move, though, by Prospero, as the former Texas guard is in for the layup. 15-9 now, over halfway through the first quarter. Still a really low-scoring game for the most part, as Embiid has it over Enzo Shabazz, and the fadeaway jumper for the big man is good. 15-11 now. Scoot Henderson is blocked by Embiid. On the other end, Hopkins hands it off to Prospero. He's guarded by Springer. That means there's a mismatch somewhere, and it's Joel Embiid in for the layup with Scoot Henderson draped over him. And it doesn't matter. Embiid's bigger and stronger as he gets the offensive rebound off the miss. Layup, no good. Gets another rebound. Misses again. Another rebound. Misses again. Another rebound. Misses again. Joel Embiid, I think, took 4, maybe 5 shots there. Didn't make 1. So the Blazers get it back up by 4 as Logan makes that one. Again, size mismatch as it's 19-15. Cone gets it over to Prospero inside for Jaden McDaniels, who throws it down with a one-handed slam. Kings are powering back. They're only down by 2. Here's Abaji with a dime for Springer, who goes for the layup. Okay, that's one way to do it. It looked like Abaji was going to be open for 3, but he saw Springer with the cut. Goes for the easy 2 instead. Neither team has really got the long ball going at all as the Kings complete the lob. It's Hopkins with the throwdown. Midnight Hopkins has played a lot in this first quarter, and he's finally starting to look like himself. Nice play inside by Colin Sexton for the layup, 23-21. Hopkins brings it up the floor, guarded by Logan. Hopkins with room. It looked like he was going to drive. Logan gets fooled, and Midnight Hopkins is on fire. He hits the 3, but Springer gets one back for the lead in the corner to wrap up the first quarter, as Davion Mitchell's going to have to heave it up or pass it in for Capella, who gets it before the buzzer sounds. What a possession there by the Kings. 7/10 of a second left. Springer goes full court. It's intercepted by Hopkins. That'll wrap up a very competitive first quarter, tied at 26. The Blazers had the edge early, but the Kings have quickly battled back as we move into the second. Portland now ahead. Davion Mitchell guarded by Anthony Simons. He gets it over to Midnight Hopkins, who's played pretty much the entire game so far, and he's been really effective as it's tipped and stolen by Sharp on the other end. Alley-oop off the glass! A self-oop for Shaded Sharp off the steal. It was tipped by Simons, and Sharp, with nobody in front of him, shows off some style. Oh me, oh my. 30-26 now. Here's Colin Sexton. Gets it over to Mitchell. He lobs it up, and the layup will fall for Clint Capella, crowning himself as if he did something cool. 30-28 now. Jaden McDaniels with it off the screen. Fadeaway 3 is good for the lead, and the Kings are now on top. They lead it by 3. Scoot Henderson with it inside. He's trapped, hoping somebody gets open. Simons isn't open, but he heaves one up anyway, and it's good. Step back triple for Simons. 33-35, shot clock winding down. It's Griffin. He's going to have to heave up a prayer. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen! Khalil Griffin with a step back 3 for the lead. How did that go in? 38-35, Capella with the throwdown on the rookie, Ashton Wisham. Some authority on that dunk, and it's 38-37. Neither side gaining control here in the second, as Mitchell is an open man in the corner. It's Midnight Hopkins, who continues to play great. Hits the 3 for Sacramento's lead. 40-38. Abaji with it on the drive, and Ochai Abaji sends it home. Both offenses have definitely gotten in more of a rhythm as this game has gone along. Tied at 40, a little over halfway through the second quarter. Amel Wright inside for Embiid, as Shabazz thought he had a clear angle to force the turnover and get the steal, but it goes right by him. Easy basket for Joel. 44-42, Sharp with space is open. Lets the mid-ranger fire, and that one is good. We're now tied at 44. Nobody wants to hold on to this lead. Embiid over Shabazz. That one is off the mark. Good defense by Portland. Porzingis with the rebound. On the other end, he's got Simons. Deep. 3. On the move, it's good. And Furno ignites the triple. 47-44 now. Back inside for Embiid. He's been the go-to guy over the last couple of minutes, and this time it falls. Little shimmy shake before that shot from Embiid. Joel Embiid drives back in. No good. Nice defense by Porzingis. Sharp with the rebound. He's got Darius Springer open lane. Springer has an open man, though, in the corner. It's Ochai Agbaji who connects on the long two. Lead now sits at 3 for the Blazers. Porzingis with it. Looks to post up on Midnight Hopkins. Hopkins is big and strong, but that's still a mismatch. Porzingis is 7-3 as he's in for the basket. 51-46 now. Scoot Henderson looking for a screen, looking for somebody to get open. Shaedon Sharpe with it. Deep 3. Nothing but net. Shaedon Sharpe buries the triple, and it's a 6-point game. Here is Scoot with it. Brings it up the floor. He's got Porzingis. Heaves one up, and that one is good. Porzingis from beyond the arc. Portland red hot from 3 late here in the second. They're up by 9. Sharpe with it. Gets it to Springer at the buzzer. He is fouled. Well, that's one way to get some extra points. He would make 2 of 3 at the line. Bad foul by Cone, and that'll wrap up the first half. Really competitive first half for the most part, but over the last 3 or 4 minutes, Portland has caught fire on both ends of the floor, making some really tough threes while not letting the Kings get easy shots inside. The Blazers have guarded the paint very well in this game. As you can see, the Bucks won Game 5 against Miami, so Milwaukee is going back to the finals. Giannis Antetokounmpo won a championship and won the Finals MVP last year in San Antonio, and he's looking to get another ring back with the Bucks. So Milwaukee awaits the winner of this series, and there's a good chance the winner of this series ends up winning it because of this game. It's so pivotal that either of these teams take a 3-2 lead, and right now Portland's got the edge. Shaedon Sharpe with the first basket at the second half. Amel Wright heaves up a 3. That one is good. Amel Wright's got to catch fire. We know he is dangerous when he's on. As Cone nearly loses it, Scoot Henderson rips it away. Tipped by Sharpe. Henderson tries to save it, and he's unsuccessful. But if that play had worked, that would have been awesome. Wright's 3 rattles out off the inbound. On the other end, Springer to the big man, Porzingis. Sends it down. Kristaps looks healthy, and he's playing really well. Scoring the ball at a high level. I think he's defended well, too. As Wright gets the screen, heaves up another 3. And Amel Wright is starting to look like himself. That's not good news for the Blazers as Sacramento looks to come back. Porzingis looked for the charge. Nobody decided to help on Alfie Cone. So that's about as easy of a dunk as you'll find. 65-59. Here's Scoot with a 360 lay. What a play by Scoot Henderson as it's 67-59. Hopkins inside off the mark. Good defense by Sharpe and company. On the other end, he's got Logan. Fadeaway 3 is good. Zay Logan from beyond the arc. That'll up the lead to 11. It looked like the Kings were starting to make a run, but the Blazers are not going to let them. Embiid inside for Amel Wright, who does a great job on the backdoor cut. Agbaji reacts too late. And it's 70-61. Agbaji backs down on Wright. He kind of throws it up off the glass. I feel like he could have made a play there. He's stronger than Wright, but doesn't anyway. Alfie Cone uses his size over Zay Logan as it's 75-63. Right when the Kings get a couple of baskets together, Portland goes on a run, but the Kings are continuing to hang around. Cone off the miss by Hopkins. Pump fakes and gets the putback. We're back within 10. 75-65 now. Prospero with it off the screen. Looks to drive left side. He's got Embiid open. Logan jumps too early as Embiid slams it home. 75-67. Here's Shaedon Sharpe with it. He goes inside. Shabazz. That one is good. And so Shabazz was slow to score it inside. He looked like he was trying to draw the foul, but he makes the play nonetheless. McDaniels. Tough shot is good. Jaden McDaniels gets off the screen, gets rid of that one quickly, and it falls. 79-70. The Blazers aren't really adding to their lead, but the Kings really aren't pushing a comeback. Hopkins with the layup, now within 7, 2 to go in the third. Shabazz pass is intercepted by Mitchell. Could this be the opportunity for the Kings to start a run that's actually sustainable? And one for McDaniels. It's Springer with the foul, and we are within 4. The closest this game has been in a little while. Sharpe, step back, big shot for the Blazers. When in doubt, let Shaedon Sharpe make the play. 82-75, under a minute left in the third. Sexton with the screen, heaves one up before the end of the shot clock, and he got it. The Kings really didn't get the long ball going in the first half, but here in the third quarter, they've gotten a handful to fall. Here is Scoot Henderson with it, drives by Mitchell, and Scoot Henderson, the multi-time dunk contest winner, showing off his aerial ability, throws it down, lead back at 6. Mitchell with it inside, lobs it up for Capella. Ashton Wisham was so focused on Davion Mitchell going for the shot that he didn't see Capella on the dunker spot, who's able to get open and send down the slam. 4-point game. Mitchell over to McDaniels. Time winding down. No good. McDaniels with the rebound. Gets it, but after the buzzer sounds. So the Blazers were up by 11 going into the half, and Portland's been able to maintain the lead, but the Kings have played well over the last couple of minutes. They've brought it within 4, the closest this game has been since halfway through the second. To start the fourth quarter, Amel Wright connects on the jumper off the inbound. We are within 2. Abaji on the drive, snuffed at the rim! Capella with the denial. Kings can tie it, and they do. It's Prospero. We're knotted up at 84. Sacramento's got all the momentum right now as Abaji posts up on Davion Mitchell. I don't know why Abaji went for the turnaround rather than to just keep powering through, but hey, 2 points is 2 points. He made the shot. 86-84. McDaniels inside for Capella, and again, we're tied at 86. Blazers back with it, 8 to go. Griffin, pump fake, step back, thinks about the shot, won't take. Over to Scoot, back to Griffin, drives inside. Griffin is blocked again. Capella with another snuff. The Kings are in takeover mode. The Blazers are in takeover mode. Everybody is in takeover. We should get some really good basketball over these next 2 to 3 minutes as Davion Mitchell has the Kings ahead for the first time since the second quarter. Abaji for the tie, no good, it doesn't fall. An unlucky bounce for Portland on the other end. Here's Amel Wright with it, gets some room. Line 2 is good. And despite both teams going in takeover mode, momentum does not look like it's changed. It still belongs to the Kings. Shabazz is blocked. Now it's Cone with the snuff. Everything that the Blazers are taking inside is getting snuffed. Wright's 3 is good. And the Kings lead by 7. Sacramento cannot be stopped right now. Here is Springer. Drive. Blocked again. It's Cone once more. Prospero all alone on the fast break. He brings the lead up to 9. The Blazers just go through stretches of 2 or 3 minutes where they forget how to play basketball. This is one of those stretches, and finally they get some points. It's a 3 by Porzingis. 97-91. Right to Cone, looking for the 3 right back, and it's good! Apollo Cone sinks the triple, and it's 100-91. Amel right now with space. That one is good! Kings up by 12. Sharp was expecting drive. Wright keeps it beyond the arc and drills it. Portland had the lead going into this fourth quarter. What happened? Simons with the drive, and he's out of bounds. Nothing is going Portland's way here. The last 5 minutes have been a complete disaster. Jumper is off the mark from Hopkins. Portland looking to start their rally here with just over 4 to go. Sharp on the drive. Layup is good. Lead is within 10. As we know, Portland can come back quickly, but they've got to catch fire. Sharp, guarded by Wright. That one is off the mark. Grabs his own rebound. He's blocked by Cone! Apollo Cone has been unreal defensively here in the fourth quarter. He may have single-handedly won this game for the Kings, and his offense has been impactful as well, as that one puts him back up by 12 with 2.5 to go. Shaedon Sharp pick and pop, looking for Porzingis. He's inside the arc, but makes it anyway. 14 now for Kristaps. Lead is within 10 with under 2 minutes to go. Not looking good for the Trailblazers. They need a lot. And hey, that's a start. An illegal screen on Amel Wright. This is your opportunity. It's time to capitalize. Portland is wasting a lot of time on this shot clock. They're not getting any open looks as it's tipped and stolen by Prospero, who gets the open layup. Man, that's a killer. Not only do you waste 20 seconds, but you turn it over and let them score. 98-109 after a singular Blazer 3 throw. Hopkins to Embiid for 3. That one's off the mark, but Cone is there with the putback. Apollo Cone has been the best player on the floor here in the fourth quarter, and he may have just put a dagger in this game. Under a minute to go now. Scoot Henderson heaves up a 3, and it rattles out. It's Prospero with the rebound, and Portland's going to likely start fouling soon. It's not looking good, but what do they have to lose? McDaniels open corner 3 won't fall. Porzingis with the rebound, running the break quickly. He's got Griffin. His 3 is going to be fouled. Again, that's one way to get some extra points. Khalil Griffin would go 3 for 3 at the line. Blazers running the full court press. They will likely foul immediately. I get overcoming a 10-point deficit in 30 seconds is pretty unlikely, but this is Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals. Why not try? The Kings would go 1 for 2 at the line. It's an 11-point game. Scoot's 3 will fall this time, and the lead is down to 8 with around 17 seconds left. Don't give up hope quite yet. There's a little bit left as Sexton would make both at the line. 10-point game now. Scoot Henderson with it, looking for another screen. Henderson heaves up another 3. It is no good. Rebounded by Capella. He hands it off to Davion Mitchell, and I think that should just about do it. It's a 12-point game now with seconds left. Sharp is going to heave one up. It is no good, and that'll do it. The Sacramento Kings take a 3-2 series lead here in the Western Conference Finals, and this means the Blazers are going to have to win 2 in a row if they want to go to the finals. This was another game that it felt like Portland could have won, but they just fell into that black hole. Today, it was early in the fourth quarter where we forgot how to play basketball, and it's unfortunate because we had control for most of this game. We were up by nearly a dozen at halftime. We had the lead the entire third quarter, but the Kings chipped away at it in the fourth. Sacramento shot the 3 ball well in the second half, and defensively, they were unbelievable down the stretch. Sacramento outscored us 36-20 in the fourth quarter, and if that sounds familiar, well, that's because we outscored the Kings 36-20 in the fourth quarter of the last game. 22 for White on great shooting. Prospero, Hopkins, Cone, Embiid, all very solid. Midnight Hopkins had by far his best game, while Alfie Cone took over on defense. I think the issue with our team right now is we just don't have that number one true scoring option. Nobody individually played bad. Springer was pretty good. Scoot was fine. Sharp was fine. Griffin was fine. Porzingis was solid. But nobody really stepped up for us. Nobody came up big. And that's the one question I have with this Blazers team, short and long term. We've obviously got a ton of really great young players, but do we have an alpha? In the NBA, it's very rare to win without a true alpha on your team. The 04 Pistons are the best example that come to mind that are amongst the exception. But obviously, we've got great scorers like Sharp, Scoot, Springer, Griffin. These guys have all shown flashes of being the guy, but none of them have consistently shown that they can do it. We're going to need at least one of those guys to step up to the plate and play like a superstar if we want any chance of making it to the finals. And if we do get by the Kings, deal with an alpha dog like Giannis. So that's going to wrap up the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this one was a little bit shorter, but I've decided to separate games 5 and 6. Game 6, of course, will be in the next episode. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.